we wait?
Speaking.
Okay. It says upcoming. Okay. Okay. That's the wrong app. It's the wrong YouTube app. Okay. Says I'm live. Go ahead and say something for me.
Go ahead and say something for you.
Well, would you look at that?
It worked.
It worked now. So, yeah, what's
Full
up,
bacon.
guys? Welcome to another stream. I don't have my camera on. I look dead tired, and there's no point anyway. So welcome, SterlingRider here again. We are doing what we talked about. We're doing our NASCAR Round the Track with the Riders episode 18, and I just got punched. Thank you.
Sorry.
And I'm joined here by always Duke Ryder.
What's up, everybody? We got
We
a lot to talk about tonight.
We do have a lot to talk about, but first I want to tell you, streaming is a pain in the rear.
Yes. Not the streaming part, the voice part.
We just spent almost 40 minutes trying to figure out the voice chat settings. Yeah, that was fun. But anyways, as we talked about, we're going to bring you some gameplay. So as you see, we're on GTA Online. While we talk about the news throughout the NASCAR world. But first, what in the world are we going to do? We racing? We doing Bell office? What we doing?
I figured since you got your office and we really haven't started your bonds office, we'd go and do some of those.
That works off on me.
We've done a few for mine, so you probably need to go ahead and start yourself a boss and hire me.
Yeah, I should probably do that. Probably so I don't pull a you.
Right? For those that don't know what you're talking about, we have started, we've both done it, started missions thinking we'd hired the other person, and we had failed to do so.
Yep.
So we had to do the mission. We had to do the mission by ourselves.
Right, we are here. And you have joined.
Oh, you got this one.
Yep. Look at the one closest to the casino. I've already done one thing, so we don't have to worry about the intro. So while I set it up, what exactly news-wise do we want to start on here?
Well, I think we need to start on the news-wise that there's still no news on the charter agreement. We are in June. The season is more than half over. There's still not an agreement. As far as I know, the last I heard, there's not even an agreement on the table right now.
Oh, wow. Why am I not surprised, though? But NASCAR really needs to pick it up and get that rolling because we're like halfway through the season at this point.
Yeah, we're almost, we're what, 7 races, I think, to the playoffs?
Something like that?
And, when the playoffs start, what are teams going to be concentrating on? They're going to be concentrating on the playoffs. They're not going to be concentrating on anything else.
Right.
So,
I was trying to pull up the schedule, but my brain froze for a minute.
Hold on, I'll pull it up real quick. I got it saved in my photos.
Oh, that works.
So let's see here. We got Pocono next week, and then Indianapolis. Then we've got the Olympic break. So Pocono, Indy, Richmond, Michigan, Daytona, and Darlington. No, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races from the playoffs.
Wow.
Yeah. So Yeah, I'm ready, by the way.
All right.
So very interesting that, and really I haven't seen anything or heard anything news-wise on it in several weeks, which is even more concerning because they're not even talking about it.
Yeah, that's definitely concerning for sure. So hopefully we'll have something at least on the table soon. But at the same time, I kind of doubt it. So, why are you standing there?
I don't know. I was looking at the schedule on my phone. Um, Next thing we need to talk about is SVG and the streak that he's went on on the road courses in the Xfinity Series. Man, he's leading the Xfinity Series with the most wins with 3. He's got the most playoff points right now. He is 11th in points over in overall standings. But first round of the playoffs, that's what I was just looking at. The first round of the playoffs for the Xfinity Series, and we still have Watkins Glen to go, by the way, includes the Charlotte Roval. So he can wreck at Kansas Talladega and still lock himself into the next round.
That is very true, and I could definitely see it happening. That's for sure.
I mean, he has struggled on the ovals. He struggled in the super speedways. He's getting better on the short tracks, especially. I call it a wild idea. He could actually make it to the championship 4. It's going to be a tall order because after the Roval, you've got Las Vegas, Homestead, and Martinsville. So it's going to be a tall. It's going to be a tall order, but it's not entirely out of the question, especially with the playoff points that he's got. And if he's able to get himself in the top 10, that gives him even more playoff points. If he wins Watkins Glen, he's got even more playoff points. And I would believe he's going to contend at Watkins Glen at least.
Oh yeah, I would agree as well.
So I mean, we could be in to see Shane Van Gisbergen win the Xfinity Series championship, which is crazy. Thinking because I don't think we would have said that 2 months ago.
No.
I mean, I was even worried about he was going to make the playoffs a couple months ago.
Well,
Wouldn't you agree?
Definitely in the playoffs now, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
So he's definitely proven us wrong. I will admit that. And I will also throw this in. What a show! I think the best thing about I am not well, it's not just me. Neither of us are a fan. Oh, we need to be sneaky here. If you have a suppressor, by the way, I'll take right if you take left.
Gotcha.
Ready?
Ready? 3,
Go.
2, 1.
Nice. He's not dead. He's dead now. Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, the best part of this whole Chicago race weekend, we're not fans of the Chicago race at all. Get it off a main road. Get it out of Chicago, in my opinion. But the race SVG and Larson put on during Xfinity was amazing.
Oh, especially in stage 1. Oh my gosh. That was crazy ridiculous. I mean, they were going back and forth the whole stage. That was crazy.
It was. So that was really the best part of the whole weekend was the race between those two. Sadly, they both wrecked out during the Cup race, so that was sad. SVG more than Larson, really. I wasn't really sad about Larson, except he was in my fantasy lineup. So that was the only thing that bit me there.
I did have SVG. What bit me was the head-to-head matchups, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, and I'm gonna have to say I actually enjoyed the Chicago races this year. The problem with enjoying the Chicago races is that, first off, I don't want it on 4th of July weekend. They want to run the Chicago race. Let's not run it on 4th of July weekend. The other thing, since we're on the subject of the Chicago race, and I'm going to call out all of the media on this, Bob Pockrass, Jeff Gluck, Jordan Bianchi, every single one of them. You're idiots. Why are you idiots? Because this is a cup points race. They're talking about it is advertised as a music and racing festival. That's fine. It is a cup points race. It should be the priority. It should start no later than 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That way, you know, if there is a rain shower that comes through, if there is a rain delay, you have time to finish the complete advertised distance of the race before it gets dark.
I would agree with that.
The race is the number one priority. I understand the point of the music festival. I understand it's to draw in new fans that normally wouldn't come to a race. But you are telling them that the music is the priority, the race is not the priority. You are telling the race fans that the music is the priority, the race is not the priority. Race fans are then going to tune out. So the race needs to be the priority. It's that simple. Do a concert before the race, do a concert after the race. I don't care. But the race needs to be the priority. Are we stealthing here, or does it matter?
Right now I'm being stealthy. But these two over here are side by side, so you take...
I got the left, you got the right.
Alright. Whenever you are.
3, 2, 1. I guess it would probably help if I shot him in the head. Instead of trying to go with the chest.
Yeah, he just yelled, so they might know we're here now.
Yeah, and I have no idea because I can't hear.
Never mind, they don't know.
Dude, he got back up.
Shoot him in the head. That might help you. Nope, they know we're here now.
Yeah, sure do.
Alright. So that's that on Chicago. What's next?
Well, let's talk about, of course, we don't have the schedule yet. Schedule is supposed to come out today.
Hey, come grab a bag down here.
It changed.
Should be right there. That way we can still paintings, make more money.
Supposed to come out in a week or two. Supposed to come out. Sorry, I'm in the process of taking a painting.
That's fine.
It's supposed to come out this week. It's supposed to come out in a week or two. They are holding off because they're trying to finalize international. It could be Canada. It could be Mexico. They're not saying. But there are going to be some changes to the schedule. Some stupid changes. Some not so stupid changes. But either which way, we'll just have to wait and see what's going on. Have you got the target? Because I'm just done.
No, the target went outside. I'm looking for more paintings.
Okay. Are you upstairs?
No, I went downstairs past you looking for paintings.
Okay. Well, I went upstairs then. There's no paintings up here. What?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you got the 2 paintings that were spawned. Oh well.
So No, I did not want to go to the roof. Did she go to the roof? She did
Yeah,
not go to the roof, did she?
yeah, she did go to the roof. It says go to the roof via the elevator. I'm just, wait on me. You must have went outside.
I did.
All right,
I rode the elevator to the roof.
try to take the chopper out before it lands. That way she
I'm trying.
doesn't
I've
get away.
shot somebody out of it. I can't get... Ah! I died. Crap.
Crud.
I wonder where it's going to start me out at.
Just
Oh, I'm
start
still
you.
on the roof. Cool.
Yep.
Oh, that's why I died. I didn't even see that dude.
Got the helicopter. Don't hurt her, remember. Oh, you're not even up there yet.
Nope. I'm still using... I don't know why I'm still using a pistol.
Oh, there's another helicopter.
Oh, are you kidding me? It's up to you. There ain't but 2 people on the roof, though. What?
What?
It said...
I shot her.
Did you kill her?
No, she's just still alive.
Okay.
Put on armor, and get your stun gun. I died? Really? I should have been behind cover. That's on me. Oh, well.
Well, it's my fault. I shouldn't have died twice. See,
Well.
y'all, we're not the greatest at this game, but... anyway.
So I guess next really is the bigger news is really the only other news.
Oh, the musical chairs?
Yeah, the lineups.
New faces in new places, teams that we thought were going to go away that are going to stay. I mean, yeah.
Oh, we just go outside. Well, I think the biggest thing we should start with is the separation between AMR and Haley Deegan. I don't think we were exactly seeing that one come into play.
That actually kind of was kind of a shocker, yeah. I mean, it was a shocker, but it wasn't a shocker, if that makes any sense. Because she hasn't been running super great with that team. But I don't know. Ford's put a lot of money in her, but it's just I don't. Ford's put a lot of money in her, but
oh, they're below us.
You got them. I'll stay up here with secure her if you got them. There shouldn't be, but that.
Yeah, I got them. There were only 2. Okay. You can get her. So I think it's good she stood up for herself. Just not quite.
Well, and see, that's the question. Okay, why is it not letting me? Oh, there we go. That's the question. Was this a mutual parting ways, or did she just? What in the heck?
Where'd you go?
I
You like fell through the
underneath.
map.
Yes, I did.
Okay then. Did you ever spawn?
Yeah, I spawned. I'm under the map. I mean, I don't know. Get in the truck and go. That's all I can tell you.
Alright, well, I'm in the truck.
I keep falling through the concrete. This is just one of the weirdest glitches ever. I've never had this happen before.
It's happened to me, but normally I spawn like right back on the map.
No,
So
it's me running, and I'm in, and every time my concrete shows up or asphalt shows up, I sink right back down.
okay, then that's weird.
Yep. I don't. Y'all are probably, if y'all were watching my screen, you would not see anything but me running in blackness. And I look up, and the city is above me.
So with the mutual agreement question, according to the excuse me, the statements released by both of them, it was kind of a mutual agreement, but that may just be so the media doesn't attack either side. So that is a good question.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what they wanted to do. I understand what they wanted to do with assessing their equipment. I do not understand uh, why they did it at a road course. That is one of the things that kind of stuck out to me that I thought was really weird. Because they're not going to really assess where they're at on a road course. I don't know. But, props for her. I think, and I mentioned this I even mentioned this on Twitter. I think, and we're in a public lobby, by the way.
We can fix that.
Yeah, I'm going to a closed crew session.
Okay. Let me know when you spawn and I'll join you.
I think she has all of the talent needed if she's put in good top equipment. All right, I'm in. I really believe that. I believe that she can be successful in NASCAR given the right opportunity. She gets to where she runs. If she's consistently running top 20, she'll get more respect, and then she'll start running top 15 and top 10s and top 5s and possibly competing for wins. But it has to be the right situation. I don't think in her situation, I don't think it's a talent problem at all. I think it's been an equipment problem since day one.
No, I could definitely agree with that one. So with that being talked about, moving on with the musical chairs and cup. First thing first, Martin Truex Jr. has announced he will be retiring.
Yeah, full time. He did. It's all but official that he's at least going to run the Daytona 500 for 2311 next year.
Yep. I remember Denny had a statement pretty much as soon as he made that announcement to let him know what races he wanted, and he'll have the cars ready.
I want to say this week that Martin pretty much said that he plans on running the 500. So it'll be a good thing. Martin's not just going to disappear. We've had drivers in the past retire and disappear. Maybe come back to run. Need to rehire me. Come back to not necessarily run a race, but come back to do TV or media or something like that. They'll come back for a Hall of Fame ceremony or something special. But other than that, we've got a lot of drivers that they just disappear. And Dale Jr. even has to track them down to get them on his podcast. But Martin says he's going to stay around. He's going to be an ambassador for Joe Gibbs Racing. He's going to be an ambassador for Bass Pro Shops, which, I mean, that's
good with the relationship they've built. So something I wanted to touch on was with the Dale Jr. download when he had Truex as a guest. Junior had mentioned if maybe him, Martin, and Bass Pro would maybe
hire me.
I did hire you. You haven't accepted.
Oh, okay.
If
Yes.
possibly they do like a hunting or fishing kind of show showing off Bass Pro gear, with Martin kind of showing one of his hobbies.
Oh yeah, that would be great. See, I haven't had a chance to. I'm kind of behind on the interviews. I'm caught up on the shows where they're talking about the races, but I'm behind on the interviews. But yeah, that would be perfect. Um, I don't know if Martin would want to do that though. I mean, he doesn't seem to be the TV
Well,
personality type.
Martin's response was actually kind of opposite than what you thought. He said, honestly, if Bass Pro could kind of do that and people would actually watch it, then he would most likely do it. So I know I'd watch it, mostly just because it's Martin Truex, and who doesn't like a good hunting or fish? Well, fishing can get kind of boring, but hunting can be interesting sometimes. So that's just my thoughts on it, but just something to touch on with him retiring. But it's cool that he'll be still around, part of the sport. Racing in a few races with 2311. That shows you the teammate bond him and Denny Hamlin had over the years, for sure.
Yeah, can you imagine? He also talked about running some Xfinity races for Joe Gibbs. Can you imagine Martin going back down and running Xfinity races? If he's half as good as he was back when he was running for the championship, he's going to be almost unstoppable.
Yeah, definitely. But with that being said, that opened the 19 team up. Of course, Christopher Bell kind of won and kind of gave a little oopsie daisy with media.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was funny, very funny. I like how much it was milked by Twitter, but it was really cool.
Oh yeah, even Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott got in on the game. I mean, Kyle was like, "Man, Chase," talking to Chase Elliott, was like, "Yeah, man, Chase, it's been great being teammates. Wish you well in the future." And Chase was like, "Yeah, I'm not really sure what we're gonna do about that yet." I mean, they played along with it.
They did. So definitely good props to them. It was really funny during all that. But we got the announcement that one of the Stewart Haas drivers, Chase Briscoe, is going to the 19 team. So thoughts on that?
Good for Chase. Awesome opportunity. When Chase got in the 14 car, had been struggling for a couple of years. Clean had been struggling. SHR was on their downswing. Kevin Harvick was carrying that whole team on his shoulders at that time. But he still went out. He got him a race win. Could have had him a couple more. Bristol Dirt comes to mind when him and Kyle got together. Or not him and Kyle. It was him and Denny, wasn't it? No, it was him and Kyle.
No, it was him and Kyle because Bell went on and won it, I believe.
That is good for him. Props for him. No props for Ford. Ford spent a lot of money on this guy. A lot of money on Chase Briscoe. And I'm going to say the same thing. I'm going to say the same thing with Haley Deegan. Ford has invested a lot of money in her as well. And they've let him go.
Yeah, that was one thing I was kind of shocked with Ford dropping Chase Briscoe. Like you said, the 14 team had been struggling, but there were times he showed up there at the front, especially in this season. We've seen him in the top 5 quite a few times. Not exactly able to hold on, but he was there contending. So we know he's got the talent. So I would say Ford definitely. I don't know what Ford was exactly thinking about this, but I'm glad he got a really good opportunity I'm not exactly a Joe Gibbs fan. I'm kind of mutual on Hamlin and um, who's that other
Christopher
guy?
Bell.
Christopher Bell,
Christopher Bell. Yeah.
who is
Not big fans of Ty Gibbs.
and Ty is still learning. I would say that's why we're not really fans of him. Plus, we never really see him except at the Clash at the Coliseum, which,
Well,
as our thoughts have been shared on that.
I still haven't gotten over his Xfinity attitude. I know he's grown up a little bit. I know he's changed quite a bit since his Xfinity days, but the fact that he wrecked a teammate that was going for a win that would have put that teammate in the championship four is kind of, I don't know, that just kind of doesn't sit right with me. Even to this day, that's a teammate. If it wasn't a teammate, okay, but that was your teammate, dude. So, but yeah, this is an awesome opportunity for Chase. Uh-oh, I'm getting mauled by a cougar. I just died. I got jumped from the behind and mauled by a cougar. And then it put me right up here next to you. So, I'm looking forward to see what he can do. Wise decision by Joe Gibbs too. We can't leave Joe Gibbs out, making this decision too. Chase Briscoe was a free agent, and last I had heard was the Wood Brothers.
Whoa. Hold on. Something. Okay. Did my network go down or did his network go down? I'm guessing his network went down. But not sure what happened there. He was saying about the Wood Brothers. We know who's filling that role. But yeah, there was a thing with the Wood Brothers. I don't want to die to the cougar again. I don't know where he went. And I'm still looking for the dude we're searching for. No, my internet's fine. The stream's still going, so I don't know. That's kind of weird. Okay then. Well, I guess something's going on his end. I don't know. Weird internet issues apparently. Well, kind of waiting for him to come back. I don't want to just keep chatting. Because I don't. There's a lot more news there to me, and I don't want to like move on. But because he was in the middle of saying something, so. Not exactly sure what to say. Yeah, I really don't know what to say here. Uh, Apparently his internet went out very completely. Okay then. So, I'll go ahead and kind of move on. He said Wood Brothers. I'm not exactly sure what they were really talking about. He was really gonna go say with that, but with the Wood Brothers, um, so we've had the news there is Josh Berry is moving to the Wood Brothers, which was actually kind of a shock. We were kind of thinking he would be in one of the front row, stupid car, front row motorsports cars, the 34 or the 36. Um, and so that was kind of a shock. And then we were talking about how like the whole four crew, and, you know, with Rodney Childress and then the whole crew behind that would move over as well. But that didn't happen either. Where Rodney Childers ended up going, he is now crew chief for the number 7 with Spire Motorsports. Definitely a good decision by Spire, but not exactly what we were expecting there either. As we were expecting to have him go with Josh Berry, no matter where he went. So that is definitely interesting news there. So my thoughts on that was I think it was not smart to break up that duo, but maybe Rodney can really help the Spire Cup team as they've been stepping up a lot, especially with their truck team. Maybe it'll help step up their Cup team as well. Corey LaJoie is good, but he has issues every time he gets up front. Maybe Rodney will help with that. Hopefully that'll be a good adjustment for that. And NASCAR said, and I'll look here in a minute, that the current number 7 crew chief will be stepping down as he'll still be a part of the team. However, let me find it here. If I can find it. Daggum. NASCAR's Twitter can be quite rowdy and kind of too rowdy because they like to talk. They apparently like talking about Chicago quite a bit, and I'm not a big fan of that. Okay, there's the Josh Berry news. I know we got the Rodney news afterwards. Maybe it'll be easy to look at all this on Instagram because then I can see the pictures. So still looking here. So Ryan Sparks, that's his name, the current crew chief, will transition to a singular role as Spire's competition director. So that was the news there. Definitely, like I said, smart new move by Spire to acquire him to help with that team. As we know, their truck team's been doing pretty good. The 7 truck wins pretty good every time they put anyone in there, like Kyle Busch or anyone. Roger Carruth is doing awesome as well. He had a good finish at Nashville. So. Yeah, his internet went completely out. Not sure what's going on with his internet. That sucks. Normally it's me with the internet issues. So sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, that's the 4 team. And after that, it's we're oh, hold on 1 second. I'm not sure if he'll be able to join back as the internet issues are, but I'll move on with some of the news with musical chairs. Like I said, Josh Berry going to the Wood Brothers 21 team. That opens up where Harrison Burton was, of course. So not sure where Harrison's going to go now. But good that Ford's keeping Josh Berry, I would say. And then Noah Gragson, it was announced today. He's the one going to Front Row Motorsports. So I think that'll be good for him. Front Row has been definitely stepping up their competition. And I think that's a great young driver to pick up. For that, so very excited to hear that he found himself a nice place to land. So they don't think they said which number he'll be racing, whether it's 34 or 36. So it doesn't look like they said. I know I'm doing multiple things here. With that being said, we'll move on to the. Actually, I'll wait. I'll just kind of wait here. Don't really know what to talk about right now. Duke Ryder's doing everything he can to get back online, to fix his internet issues so he can get back. Oh, excuse me. So I don't want to go too much details. I want his thoughts on, be good to hear his thoughts on some of the musical chairs also. I will throw in that is all 3. That is 3 of the 4 Stewart-Haas Cup Series drivers. Dang it. So the only one left is Ryan Preece. A couple eyes. Not sure where he's gonna go. Neither do we know where Cole Custer or Riley Herbst, who run in the Xfinity teams, are gonna go. However, we do know Gene Haas will keep one team open. I believe one Xfinity and one Cup. So one each. Oh, invited to a party. Hold on. Let me adjust. So we'll get to that here in a little bit. But let's see. Let me make sure audio works here. Oops. Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, there you are. Hold on one sec.
Yeah, we still live?
Yes, I am still live. As I told them once already, it was actually not my fault this time. With the technical difficulties.
Sorry, y'all. The entire internet in our entire house went down and had to be reset, and we're back up. I'm loading back in the game. Yeah, not fun.
So I kind of kept going with. I wasn't exactly sure what you were going to say, but I kind of just jumped around that, moved on. So back to the Wood brothers, as you were saying. If you even remember what you were going to say.
Oh yeah, the Wood brothers. Yeah, with the well, we were talking when I got off. We were talking about JGR and Chase Briscoe, but yeah, with the Wood brothers, I've got two things to say. Good move, stupid move. Great move by getting Josh Berry. Stupid move by not bringing Rodney Childers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
what I figured that would have been kind of where you went. I kind of talked about that in depth, but with that move. So if you want to keep on rolling with that info.
yeah. So on that note, brilliant move by Spire to sign Rodney. They've already got some people that have worked on the 4 team. They got what really? Okay. Um, People joining. Are people are going to be joining the 4 team, so or going to be joining the 7 team from with Rodney. So brilliant move by Spire to be able to snatch up Rodney. I mean, they got a champion. I mean, you know, this is a step up for Spire Motorsports. Obviously, driving for the Wood brothers, Josh Berry, historic team, haven't won since 2017. Have struggled mightily, really, since Matt DiBenedetto got out of the car. So, what are they going to do? I don't know, but that was a good move for both those teams to get who they were able to get on the that was on the market. You knew that they weren't going to be on the market long.
No, not at all.
So yeah, that's really all there is on that. I mean, the next thing that we go to is the shocking fact that Gene Haas is going to stick around.
Yep.
He's going to keep both the Xfinity teams and one Cup charter, if they have charters. Again, like we mentioned earlier, the charter deal's not even done yet. Haas factory team. They've not announced any drivers. So I don't know. That's just that kind of came out of the blue on me, and I'm still not even sure where they're going to go with drivers on this. I kind of have an idea where I would go, but I'm not sure because I could see Cole Custer going into the Cup car if he doesn't sign with another team, and then I could see Ryan Preece and maybe Riley Herbst staying in that car if Riley doesn't go to Rick Ware Racing, which is also a rumor that's been squeaked at a little bit.
Yep.
Alright. I'm back in the game, finally.
Alright, I am currently running back to my Bell office.
You can hire me.
So. Yeah, definitely a smart move by Wood Brothers, but not smart trying to get Ronnie as well, but smart that Spire picked them up. I think that'll help the team tremendously. I am a little questioned on Corey LaJoie as a driver, though. Love him as a person. He's really funny. He's really cool. But as a driver, we've seen him up front, and he's caused quite a few catastrophes because of it. So I hope Rodney can kind of help with that, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be weird.
Oh, and the other news with the as you mentioned, Ryan Preece, the news with the fourth driver we haven't mentioned was actually released today. As a matter of fact, Noah Gragson, Front Row Motorsports.
Yeah, not a surprise.
No, not at all.
Not a secret. Not a surprise, not a secret, not, I think that everybody's kind of been assuming this was what was going to happen.
Right.
And good for Noah. The only bad thing about this is Noah's third full-time Cup team. Different team every year. I know even Bob Pockrass pointed out that it was his fourth team and talked about how he did run 10 races. He ran 10 races for Colleague a few years ago. So, I mean, yeah, it's a good thing for Noah. I'm just not sure. And I'm kind of thinking how to word this.
How performance might be exactly.
Yeah, I'm not sure how good the performance is going to be. Their leader of the team is leaving with Michael McDowell. So I don't know. It's a tough one. It really is. Especially when we don't know crew chiefs, we don't know, any of that.
Right.
Any of that information yet. I'm running from the cops, by the way. I don't know why. I don't know why they're on me, but they are. So, but yeah, it's good for Noah though. He's going to land on his feet. Team is competitive. They've shown that they've been competitive with Michael McDowell, with Todd Gilliland. And Todd and Noah know each other too. So, I mean, they're not strangers. They've been teammates before. Okay. Well, that caused me to lose my wanted stuff. So if you wait on me, I'll come back to you and get in the van. So, whoa. Yeah. I'm looking forward. Next year's gonna be so different. We haven't had a year like this with so many new faces and new places. And then we mentioned the Haas. what number are they going to keep? Are they going to go to the 00? Are they going to carry, another number? Are they going to keep one of their current numbers? What number are they going to use for Noah at Front Row Motorsports? We don't know. So,
yeah, because a
it's
number
gonna be
was
interesting.
not announced for Noah. I looked there as well. Nothing announced. So definitely going to be quite interesting to get, used to the new lineup next season for sure. But I mean, this is stuff that kind of happens when you get a team that's pretty much almost completely shutting down.
So do you agree that Ryan Preece is gonna end up as one of their Xfinity drivers, or do you think he's gonna go to another team? I think he's gonna go back down to Xfinity. I really don't think he's gonna have much of a choice. But do you think he'll stay with Haas, or you think he'll try to get with another team?
That's what I'm really not sure. He really didn't run in Xfinity a lot. He just kind of jumped up there into Cup after the Whelen Modifieds. I think it would be better for him to step down for Xfinity. Would probably be a little more, competitive down there. Team-wise, I'm not sure. It would be, if he could land it, I would go to a different team for hopefully better equipment. Really, minivan? I know I hit you, but dadgum.
I'm angry mama.
So I would say it'd be better for him to go to another team, but is there another team that he could possibly land that would help him improve? Is the question.
Competitive wise, because right now the top teams in the Xfinity Series are Junior Motorsports, JGR, and Stewart Haas Racing. So, those are your top contenders. Well, JGR is pretty much full. Unless one of their drivers go. Well, we got RCR. RCR already has 2 cars. I don't think he's going to run a third, especially unless Ryan brings money, and Ryan doesn't bring a whole lot of money. So, I don't know. And the thing about Haas is we still don't have a manufacturer. But Haas is the team that supplies a lot of the cars for Ryan Sieg Racing. I don't know if they did the AM Racing stuff. I think they sold the parts to AM Racing, and AM Racing had to build their own cars. But yeah, I mean, their SHR is the Ford team in the Xfinity Series, but and we, of course, there's still a lot about that whole situation we don't know. Was Tony just fed up, so he wanted to get out, and that's why they're doing what they're doing? Did Tony get mad at Ford and decide he didn't want to re-up with Ford? I mean, there's so much about the situation that we don't know, and probably will never know, about why this is happening, but it's going to have a major impact on the sport next year in a lot of ways. And this is just one of the many ways, them being the top Ford Xfinity team.
Yeah, definitely. I can agree with that. Kind of moving forward, really all that's left after the new driver lineups that have been announced. I didn't miss any, did I? Were there any more? I don't remember.
I don't think so. I think that's pretty much all that we know right now. But I know we mentioned it a while back. We were waiting on the Truex ball to drop, and when the Truex decision was made, then a lot of other things were going to start falling into place, and we've seen that.
Yeah.
I don't think we're done.
No, not at all.
I think we're still going to see some crew chiefs moving around. There's possibly going to be some more driver announcements. I'm going to go visit the gun van real quick.
It's probably a smart idea. while we're
and
here.
get me some armor.
And then don't go running in yet, though,
Oh, I don't plan on it.
because we can turn off the cameras. Um,
So, like I said, I don't think we're done yet. It's going to be interesting to see what happens next. What pieces of the puzzle fall next. And the thing about all this that we're talking about, because Trackhouse still hasn't made their announcement. The whole charter agreement could completely screw this whole thing up. So
yeah, that is for sure. And that's another thing that if we can ever get NASCAR to push, the teams and NASCAR to push back and forth on that one. The only way I really see and much more news being dropped is once we have that news. So
I think we'll hear a little bit more about what's going on once that deal finally gets done.
yeah. So, there's supposed to be a switch to turn off the cameras, but I don't have a clue where it is, and I still didn't find it. So last time I did this, I just kind of busted in there anyway. That didn't sound right.
Shoot the cameras out.
I tried that. They don't shoot out either. So, yeah, I've alerted them. Well, let's go in.
Okay.
So with that being pretty much said, really all that's left is penalties. I've seen quite a few penalties. Well, not really a few, just a couple. One being Carson Hocevar. Just kind of seemed like immaturity there. From what I was getting from other drivers' views.
Yeah, he said the SMTJ would show that Harrison Burton hit his brakes, which is probably true. But he had to hit his brakes for a reason. He just didn't hit his brakes for the fun of it. And they've probably been toying around with each other for a while. Oh.
Yeah, that's definitely possible.
But it was definitely something that was warranted. I mean, he deserved that penalty.
Yeah.
No doubt. Get her?
Got her. So, yeah, I would agree. So
the Bubba penalty from this week. Man, I'm not really sure I think that was a good penalty.
no, I would agree on that one. I don't think that was needed or really. I wouldn't even say it was really deserved. Because they, Alex Bowman talked about it when he was asked. To me, it was just kind of, typical racing. And I don't know. I really don't know what to make of it. I think it was just kind of uncalled for, but yeah, that's me.
I mean, it could be Alex and Bubba have had history. It's been a few years. But, there was also the incident with Chase and Suarez that, NASCAR said they were going to talk to Chase, but they didn't think Chase did anything wrong. Well, yeah, Chase didn't put Suarez up against the wall. But, and I don't know, it could have been just because it was the winner of the race, but we've seen drivers mess with the winner of the race before. We've seen Denny Hamlin get nose to nose with Alex Bowman at Martinsville before. So I don't know. I think it was kind of uncalled for. I don't think I don't think it needed to be a penalty.
Yeah.
What about talk about penalties and NASCAR and stupid situations? 5 overtime finishes at Nashville.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah. Pour out your thoughts on that before I do.
I just uncalled for. That's really. I'm gonna say uncalled for and leave it at that.
Yeah. I rewatched the race today just because we have some company that had not seen the whole race, so we sat down and rewatched the last half of the race today. And you go and you look at that spin that brought out the very first caution with Austin Cindric, and he spun it. He basically did a 360, grabbed a gear, and went on. Had they not been so quick to call that caution, we wouldn't have this problem. That really didn't need to be a caution.
Mm-mm. Not at all. Yeah, but that's NASCAR for you. There's a lot of times where that shouldn't have been a caution, and they call a caution.
And I think, and it screwed the whole race up because the next few ensuing restarts, somebody ran out of gas. Kyle Larson got loose and got up into Ross Chastain. The next one, somebody ran out of gas. I mean, it was just. They went 31 laps longer than the advertised distance. We're talking about with Chicago that they need to start earlier so that they can get in the distance because the race was cut short because of daylight. And then we got to talk about Nashville that has lights and they ran 31 extra laps. I think we need to this is just my thoughts, do away with the green, white, checkered finish, the overtime finishes, and let that be that. I mean, let's go the scheduled distance of the race and call it that.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. That would be a good idea. I would say.
I mean, I know they're never going to because of the entertainment factor, but yeah, this wasn't entertainment to me. The first one was okay. The reason that we had the first one was ridiculous. Um, if you want to do one, and that's it. It just kind of got almost embarrassing.
Where am I going?
I have no idea. You just drove past where you were supposed to go. It just kind of got past. It kind of got to the point where it was embarrassing.
Yeah, I would agree there. So, one more other thing to touch on. JGR releasing Eric Almirola due to a twist up between him and Bubba Wallace, I believe it was.
Yeah, that was, and they didn't release him. They just suspended him.
For the rest of the season, yes.
Oh, I thought it was just for that one race. I thought he was supposed to come back at Indy.
No, he came. They came out. I think it was last week, saying. He was suspended for the rest of the season. That it had been something agreed upon for. I'm not 100% sure. I think it was just to maybe avoid financial penalties. But I'm not 100% sure.
That's news to me, but whatever. Eric is retired. Personally, I think Eric should just call it. If they're going to treat him like that, him and Bubba have had incidences in the past. And you know what? I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. I'm not going to give you my opinion on that.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah. But besides that, that's
So let's talk about some surprise winners.
yeah.
Um, we saw Austin Cindric win. Of course, we saw Joey Logano win on. He went 110 laps on his fuel. The big thing that got me wasn't the fact that he went 110 laps on his fuel, but it was that he went 150 laps plus on his left side tires.
Hmm.
That's ridiculous.
I must have missed that, but yeah, I would agree with that being ridiculous. Um, they need to go back to the Bristol race. Whatever in the world was going on with those tires, figure it out and start putting them on all the tires.
Right?
Because that was the best part about the Bristol race was that tire wear, and that really needs to come back.
Yeah, and we should have tire wear at every track. Maybe not as much tire wear on the road courses. Do need to have tire fall off on the road courses. Maybe not as much because, just the fact that they go left and right and stuff like that. And maybe not have a whole lot of tire wear on the super speedways, Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta, but every place else should have a mandatory 3 second, at least 3 second tire fall off. And Goodyear should do whatever they need to do to make that happen.
Right, I would agree on that one. So
and then Alex Bowman wins at Chicago. I'm gonna call two of those seat saving wins. Austin Cindric and Alex Bowman.
I would agree. At the beginning of the season, we both agreed that those two were big hot seats. And it's definitely cooled down now. Plus, I would say looking at all throughout the other two series with Xfinity and trucks, I don't think there's really going to be any drivers bump up quite yet. The only one I see possibly happening is HMS going full time with their 17 car and putting Carruth into it. As that had been rumored quite a bit. But other than that, I don't really see any driver swaps between teams.
Are we supposed to try not to shoot the cops? Or...
No. Part of it. You walked right in front of me, and apparently friendly fire is still on. So I apologize on that one.
Yeah, because it says you battered me.
It just says I killed an associate, but whoopsie.
So yeah, I mean,
I got him. So yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure. It may save their seat for a year or two, but if they come out and they get out of the playoffs early this year, which I mean, honestly, both of them I think are going to go out in the first round.
Yeah.
And then after that, they come out next year and don't win. Maybe they don't have a job in 2026. We'll see. Corey Haim has been rumored to be going to 2311, but 2311 probably won't have that charter now because Haas keeping a charter, I think, is throwing a monkey wrench in a lot of plans.
Oh yeah.
I think it's throwing a monkey wrench in 2311, probably even Trackhouse. because two of those three charters have already been spoken for sure, with the Front Row Motorsports charter and the crap, what's the other charter? Oh, and the Haas charter. So there's two charters left. Is it going to be Trackhouse and 2311, which you would think those would be the ones that would be able to get the two charters, but you've also got RCR out there, looking for another charter.
Junior Motorsports was looking for a charter to as well, so that's, even though it's Xfinity, they're looking for it.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know what the charters are going for right now, but I'm pretty sure they're probably not going for as much as they go for, as much as they'll go for after the agreement is reached.
Right. So
I mean, it's just going to be interesting to see how all that breaks down. I think Haas keeping a charter is going to throw a monkey wrench in somebody's plans.
Definitely.
Who that is, I don't know.
I would just say whoever doesn't get their hands on the other two charters, whatever team was left trying to get one of them, would definitely be the one with the monkey wrench at the end of the day. So, but I guess it's something we'll just another thing to wait and see on. Of course, at this point, without the charter agreement, charters don't exactly exist for next season.
Yeah, and that's man, that's a tough one. What do the team, if they can't reach an agreement, what do? There's been talk of the teams not running at all. And hearing, and I'm going to bring this up, hearing the breakdown of the revenue of the TV contract. All right, the teams get 25%, NASCAR gets 10%, and the tracks get 65%. The tracks really seem to be the ones holding up on this because they don't want to give up. I think it should be NASCAR 10%, the tracks 25%, and the teams 65%. Obviously, the teams want more than what NASCAR is offering. I heard that NASCAR had offered up to 48%. But that was no longer on the table. Permanent chargers is no longer on the table. I don't know. I don't think. I don't know if NASCAR's not taking them seriously or what. But, and I've said it before, this is something that should have been done last year.
I would agree.
But it's going to be interesting to see how all this plays out. We've got Pocono and Indianapolis coming up. Then we get a 2-week break for the Olympics. If we come back from the Olympic break, and when we come back from the Olympic break, I think there's 4 races left. Yeah, we got Richmond, Michigan, Daytona, and Darlington when we come back, and that first one will be August 11th. If they don't have a deal done by Darlington, the race before the playoffs, concerned.
I would be as well. All of the all of the targets have been secured for the current time setting. So
okay.
I'm going over to my nightclub because it's a little low on popularity.
Okay. So yeah, it's.
Wait, this is your nightclub.
I was gonna say that's my nightclub, dude. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how all this plays out.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. So, is there any other news to really touch on?
No, I think NASCAR news. That's pretty much it. There hasn't been any surprises in Xfinity. We've run one truck race in the past month.
Yeah.
Uh, so I don't know. We can talk about rumored playoff track moves.
Oh,
That's
okay.
about the only other rumored news that's out there. So what's rumored to be coming out is Watkins Glen, Atlanta, and Homestead. Going in will be Darlington, which, the only reason Darlington's out this year is because of the Olympics. But Darlington, Gateway, and was it Iowa? I want to say were the three tracks that they were talking about was going in.
That's interesting, that's for sure.
I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure about them taking Homestead out. I have no problem with them taking Atlanta and Watkins Glen out. I think Homestead needs to go back to the championship race, but from everything I've heard, it's not going to be leaving Phoenix anytime soon, unfortunately.
Boo.
I would much rather Homestead be the championship race, but oh yeah, the other one, Bowman Gray Stadium for the Clash.
Oh.
So that's almost a home track.
Almost. That'll definitely be interesting. Be different. I think it's good they're not having it at the LA. What is it?
The Coliseum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was.
Where is?
I think
Mitchell?
3 years was. I think 3 years was the best that was going to get. The other thing that I think. Golly, I cannot run straight. Where's your truck? The Chicago Street Course. I really don't mind the race. I just think 4th of July weekend is a bad weekend to have it. I'm never going to give up my Daytona. Should be 4th of July weekend race. And I believe that Daytona should be ran on the 4th of July. I don't care if it's on a Tuesday. Run it on the 4th of July. Start it at 10 o'clock in the morning. That way you don't have to worry about afternoon thunderstorms like they used to. You're done by 1 o'clock at the latest. 2 o'clock, So move Chicago. Swap Daytona and Chicago. Make Chicago the last race before the playoffs.
I would definitely be okay with that.
I'm just a traditionalist. Same thing with the whole car number, door number needs to be moved. Oh yeah, and that kind of brings up something else that we haven't talked about, we haven't addressed. I don't think we've addressed it at all, and that's the fact that the Chevy Camaro is going to be discontinued after this year, and General Motors has not announced a replacement vehicle for the Camaro in the Cup Series or the Xfinity Series. Rumor has it might be General Motors Cadillac division that comes in and replaces Chevrolet, because Chevrolet no longer has a sports car and they no longer have a four-door sedan.
Correct. I would agree with the Cadillac statement. I'm doing it again, driving past where we're going. The big thing that was pointed out, we've had a show car there at one of the tracks, and then we had the utterly disgusting electric.
Oh yeah, we need to talk about that too. So yeah, I guess there is some news.
Electric. Are you driving my truck? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I got your truck.
Okay. The electric EV car there that was at Chicago was also rumored to be a Cadillac. If you look at the grill logo, even though it's kind of covered up with the NASCAR stripes, it's kind of shaped like the Cadillac logo as well. So I could definitely see it being Cadillac. That'll definitely be interesting to kind of see how a Cadillac style body looks with NASCAR. Yeah, I'm a Camaro fan. My dream car is a Camaro, so I'm not exactly happy that they no longer exist. Well, they still exist, but they no longer are being manufactured. So I'm kind of not happy about that one, but it will be interesting to see what exactly replaces them in Xfinity and Cup. So
Yeah, so let's talk about this EV thing. Everybody's telling, all the media is like, don't make a big deal out of it. It's a long way out. If it does happen, it's not going to replace the Cup Series. Hybrid is probably going to come before the EV thing comes. Well, I'm going to tell you, they had their first test with the hybrid Indy cars this week, and champion Scott Dixon was out of the race before the green flag was even thrown because his hybrid system went out on his car. We cannot have that happen in professional motorsports. The fact that it happened in IndyCar is embarrassing. If it happens in NASCAR, it's going to be even more embarrassing. Yeah, we cannot have that. We can't have that happen.
So I was talking about it with a few coworkers. Got some interesting views on it. Most of them agreed with me. It was ugly. Get rid of it. Don't need it. But when
America doesn't want EVs anyway.
Exactly.
Otherwise, they would sell out instead of be sitting on the showroom floor.
If and only if some way somehow they did make an entry into motorsports, make them separate. Have an EV core, like an series. Don't completely change the NASCAR series for this car. The biggest reason being thrown in was pit stops. What if something's wrong with the battery? You now just took a less than 10-second pit stop and changed it into a few hours pit stop. So what if this happens to 90% of the field? If something is wrong with 90% of the field's batteries, it's kind of pointless at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 100% on board with you on that.
So,
and that's the problem with EVs across the board, is the batteries. They're expensive. America does not want them. We've already voiced the fact that we do not want them. I know our government's trying to force them on us and stuff like that, but I mean, we've spoken by not buying them. There's a few out there, but there's not near as many as they want there to be. Ooh, had to pull out the big truck for this one.
well, yeah, all but one category was completely filled.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is like 1.8 million. I'm tired of waiting, but I wanted to see with everything filled how much would it be. So I'm guessing around 2 mil. But that's pretty cool. Anyways, but yeah, as you were saying.
I mean, that's pretty much it. NASCAR fans aren't going to go for this. That's for sure.
No, not at all. The amount of, I wouldn't say backlash, but negativity that was shown through social media when it was publicly kind of, announced was not, it was very heavy with the negative feedback. Nobody wanted it. It's not a change the sport needs or wants, fan base wise. So I think it's interesting they kind of tested it. Kind of cool to see what it would have been. But I do not want it to happen. That's just my kind of view on it. So
yeah, it's just not. I understand everybody saying don't panic, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic. It's not going to go anywhere. They're not ready. Yeah, they're not ready, but the fans don't want it. We're not going to do it. Okay, well, they said the same thing back in 2020 when they did the whole car number thing. If the fans don't like it, we're not going to do it. Well, the fans didn't like it, and they did it anyway. So, I don't know. I'm not even sure they listen to us anymore.
Who knows? But even if they don't listen to us, listen to people inside. Like we got still, people that don't even drive anymore, but they're still really bigly involved and inside of NASCAR, like Dale Jr. and well, we'll have Martin here, next season. That'll still kind of be there. These bigger voices that are even agreeing with the fans, and NASCAR still won't listen. So yeah.
All right, well, that's pretty much all the news.
Yeah. It's definitely all I got. So I guess we can quickly go over fantasy.
Well, let's just say I'm kicking your Rudy 2 rear end.
And we're a little, well, I wouldn't say kicking, but you are indeed ahead. As I slowly let it pull up here.
And I cannot use Kyle Larson or Denny Hamlin anymore.
I cannot use Martin Truex anymore. I found that out the hard way trying to put him in my lineup for Chicago because I know he's pretty good at road courses. So that didn't go well. But who was in your lineup?
Oh, let's see. Let me pull it up real quick, and I will tell you who was in my lineup. I know SVG was, so that killed me.
Yeah, that killed me as well.
Christopher Bell, I believe, was, so he didn't do too hot.
Seriously, Semi? Can you quit?
Thanks, Optimus. Let's see. I had Michael McDowell, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Ty Gibbs. I don't know because I guess I've used them. Ty Gibbs, Tyler Reddick, Michael McDowell, Chase Elliott. I guess I can't use him anymore. Was my lineup. Chase having that problem with Daniel Suarez on the last lap hurt me. He was my lowest. He was not my lowest finisher. Christopher Bell was my lowest finisher. SVG wrecking out did not help me any. My head-to-head man. Now I was able to move SVG into my garage, but so yeah, it was not. Overall, not a great weekend for me, fantasy-wise.
Yeah.
And I got one of the 5 head-to-heads. Mostly because the ones that I picked to win the head-to-heads all got wrecked out. they either got wrecked out or got spun out, and didn't have a quality finish. So the only one that I happened to win, I think, was Tyler Reddick over Ty Gibbs, and Tyler beat him by one position.
So in my lineup, two that I had, I had SVG as well, especially after what happened for the Xfinity race, and of course last year's winner. He wrecked out, so I had to switch him out and put him in the garage. And I had Alex Bowman in my garage, so that saved me some. But I had Kyle Larson, didn't help me because he wrecked out as well. Michael McDowell, Tyler Reddick, as I said, Alex Bowman. And I had Chris Buescher, probably not really someone to normally picked for a road course, but they said he was a sleeper.
So that's a mercy pick right there.
So well, they had him as a sleeper. So I thought it might be kind of interesting to see if maybe that sleeper would help me.
Yeah, and you can't do anything with the garage when they can only let you change out the garage one time.
Yeah, and before the end of the second stage. Oh, did you move over? You did. Can you get out,
I guess
please?
so.
So I can drive the truckie. Not that it matters, really. And the featured matchups have already reset, but I'm not sure which one of those I won.
Yeah, but you gained 9 points on me.
I got some points, so let me get over to it here.
But we got to leave the area in case you. But yeah, Alex Bowman definitely saved you.
Yeah.
Same thing with having somebody else in my.
Did you just go in the water?
I did. I fell in the water. Sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to hurt your ears. I'm pretty sure that probably,
I wasn't very loud. I think it's fine.
Okay, I'll leave the area. I'll leave the area in the water.
So.
Because there is no ladders over here.
For Chicago, neither of us actually won for Chicago. Trey won. And I have no idea who was in his.
Oh, did he have Larson, and Larson?
Yeah, he wouldn't have finished
he'd have been
ahead of us. He would have been way behind us if that were the case.
Yeah, I don't know what his lineup was.
But he had 184. I had 157. You had 147. So overall,
hey, there's a truck right here.
Yeah, it's me. You are at 3770. I'm at 3679, and Trey is at 2867. So I have got 91 points. I still need to make up on you. But
never gonna happen.
You never know.
Had we not missed Daytona, I'm only 485 points behind first place. Had we not missed Daytona, I would probably be maybe 100, 200 points out of first place right now. Because missing Daytona did not help us none.
No, it didn't at all. But it's part of it. So, yeah, is that it? I'm guessing.
That's all I got.
Well, then I'll go ahead and let you do the shout-outs.
All right. I'm not really going to give a full list. I will give a shout-out to our buddies over at CircleB.cast.com. Check them out for all of your diecast needs, even their pre-owned category is. Man, they got a lot of cars on their pre-owned, under their pre-owned section. All of the race winners, diecasts are up for pre-order. 2024s are starting to come in. 2023s are still coming in. So check them out. CircleBdiecast.com. We love them. Love them, love them, love them. All the podcasts, we've mentioned them before. I'm trying to think if there was anybody that wasn't podcast or Twitter. I think that's it.
I think that's, yeah, I was about to say, I think that's pretty much it. So, yeah, definitely check out Circle B. Give us a shout out with Circle B. Tell them we sent, let them know we sent you. Circle B, we're happy to put you in the sponsors category. I'll spit it out correctly here in a minute. For English again. For our sponsored shout outs, we have Swift Grips, analog grips for your controllers. I'll spit it out eventually. Man, I'm really struggling here. PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo Switch, for all you Switty gamers out there. So check them out. Code SterlingRider for 10% off at checkout. And make sure you check out my favorite and the best energy drink out there. The healthiest also. Dubby energy drinks. They just restocked their energy drink cans with the mango, orange cream, and strawberry banana. Only 100 of each case. Make sure you grab one if you missed out the first time. The strawberry banana was absolutely amazing. So make sure you check them out. Use code SterlingRider for 10% off with them as well. And don't forget our buddies over at Rankest Rope Ranch Wear, Western style and rodeo crossover style clothing. Check them out. Hats, hoodies,
Yeehaw.
T-shirts, I said hoodies already. Long sleeve shirts, beanies, stickers even. So check them out. Use code SilverDuke15 for 15% off your order there as well. So thank you to the sponsors. Always been pretty supportive. So thank you to them. Check them out. All their links are down in the description below, along with other shout outs and a lot of the Twitter shout outs that we didn't normally, and podcast shout outs that we don't normally shout out. Didn't usually shout out this time around. So yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like button. Leave a like button? How do you leave a like button? You know what? Yeah.
Leave a like button, yeah.
Hit the like button. Leave a comment, especially if you enjoyed the way we did the podcast this time, being live streamed while playing some games, so you weren't just watching two dudes yap away about cars going in circles. Of course, this last week wasn't a circle, but still, leave a comment and hit the subscribe button so you know when I'm live. Hit the notification bell as well, so you know when the new stream is going. I try my best to stream. Right now I'm in the middle of streaming Gotham Knights to kind of go with the Arkham series, even though the stories don't really line up and there's there's too much to explain there really. But yeah, check it out. Leave a like, leave a comment. I said leave a like again, whatever. Subscribe, and
if y'all haven't pre-ordered your college football 2025, go and pre-order your college football 2025 while you're at it.
Yes.
I know that's not a racing game, but daggum, it's been 10 years since we've had one.
Go check out college football gameplay. Video was released just a few days ago. I watched it. They went in a lot of depth with a lot of things. It looks absolutely amazing. Can't wait for it to come out. I will probably stream a game or two there. Hopefully one with Duke Ryder, and then one, I know me and School Dust 455 Games. Matthew, we plan on streaming a game or two there as well with it. So check out the game. It's awesome. Pre-ordered it if you haven't. Like you said, not NASCAR, but not sponsored by EA Sports. So check that out as well. And thank you for watching.
And
so
if this game is as awesome as we think it's going to be, just wait until next year when the NASCAR game comes out.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely be awesome. I can't wait for the
And we will
iRacing.
definitely do a lot of streaming on that.
For sure. So yeah, that's all we got for this episode. Any final words?
No, that's pretty much it. I'm stuck in some trees over here.
Okay. Not sure what you're doing in a tree, but you have fun there. So yeah.
Have a limit.
We'll see you guys next time. So peace out. Right on. God bless.